Hopefully. We shall see. Oh no, what is happening? I look very... Hello? Oh, okay, let's do it like this, I guess. Or maybe like this. Hi. Okay, let's do it like this. It's gonna be pretty dark, but you know. Hi. It's been a long time. Let me quickly open up my YouTube. I want to see, is this working? Let me know. Hi. Is this working? Is this working now? Okay. Looks like it's working. It's been a long time. Let's share this actually. We are live. Come hang out. Can't even type hang out. Oh my god. We are here. Hello, hello. Let's see. I guess that we will wait for a little bit. You know, maybe someone joins. Who knows? But good day, my beautiful people. I hope everything is good and all is well with all of you. We're back again with a live stream. I haven't done a live stream in a very, very long time. As you can see by the title of the live stream, I got a beautiful, beautiful package, a long overdue package, which is the wonderful, the marvelous, phenomenal on single vinyl, the 7-inch vinyl. I am stoked to have this after almost a year of waiting for it. It's finally here at the house. It arrived and will be a great addition to my music collection and my vinyl collection. Y'all know I collect music, I collect albums and vinyls, and y'all can see some of the records that I have there, you know, in the shelf there, and yeah, wow. Hi. It's been so long. Having a little bit of a rest, I guess. I hope everyone is doing well and you're doing okay, and I hope everyone's staying safe. Let me know. Are you okay? I want to see. I want to know. But you know, I'm planning a bunch of videos that have to be filmed tomorrow. On BTS, we have a lot of Dynamite versions that we have to check out and that we have to listen to, and talk music and everything. I want to record also the I want to record the Dynamite version that the boys did at the Incheon airport, like with the virtual band and everything. I want to record that version of the bass as well. There are other groups that we have to check out, right? TXT has a comeback, Mamamoo has a comeback, and their album dropped today, so that's great. Also, GFriend is having a comeback very, very soon with their album, so we're gonna check out that as well. And there are plenty of more artists and plenty of more, you know, songs and videos and just ideas that I have in mind, you know, and to record. And now I have a little bit of a time, you know, this week and the next week I have a little bit of a free time, So I'm planning to record a bunch of videos for all of you to check out and to watch and just enjoy. And we're gonna have a great, you know, good old time chit-chatting about music, chit-chatting about bass and learning. And I'm hoping to record a bunch of you. For some reason, I don't know how and why, but recently the No More Dream bass cover has been getting quite a lot of views. which is super interesting because I recorded that video like a year ago, more than a year ago. So it was the No More Dream extended version, like the concert version with the dance break. I recorded the bass for it. And I'm happy that that video has, you know, is getting, you know, its attention, you know, now, and especially, you know, after Map of the Soul 1, and it's an iconic dance break. It's an iconic version of No More Dream, and I love it so much. So I'm happy that people, you know, are checking it, you know, out, and enjoying it very much so. So I'm gonna record a bass video on that version of No More Dream, and you know, hopefully it will help some of you. If there are some bass tabs within the community posts on my channel, if you want to check that out. I posted like the main riff of No More Dream there, and the tabs, the bass tabs for it, if you're willing to learn it. So that is that. There are also a bunch of other songs that I have to record bass for, and I'm very hopeful that I will manage to do it this week or next week. So yeah, but the main showstopper, I haven't even, like, I unboxed it, like I put it out of the box and everything, you know, for sanitary purposes and everything. Y'all know how things are, you have to sanitize everything. So I took it out of the box already, but it's still, you know, in its wrapper and still it's plastic and everything. So we're gonna cut it open. We're gonna check if there's anything, because I have no idea. Like, I've seen there are some videos, there's some videos on YouTube where people are actually playing this vinyl, and, you know, kind of comparing, you know, the sound and everything. Like, my most concern when it comes to vinyls, if we talk about vinyls, is the mastering done a little bit different, rather than, you know, putting the same digital master or the CD master on the vinyl, because that will change the sound super differently. If you're familiar with, I've spoken this about this issue, about the mastering issue. I've spoken about it on the Ed Sheeran vinyl a very long time ago, when Ed Sheeran's album Divide came out. And I have the vinyl for it as well, and I love that album. It's probably one of my favorites from Ed Sheeran. But on that vinyl, what I didn't like was that the master wasn't done specifically for vinyl. So I'm very curious if the sound or the songs initially, like both songs here, have been remastered for the vinyl specifically. I also have ordered the Dynamite vinyl, so that will be sent, you know, next year on February, I believe, sometime February. So whenever that arrives, you know, we will get that. And then of course, Life Goes On pre-orders started for the US. So if you are in States, definitely go order it, pre-order Life Goes On, whether that will be cassette or vinyl, or the box set initially with both cassette and the vinyl. Definitely go and pre-order it. When the global pre-order starts, then I will definitely hop on and get the Life Goes On vinyl as well, and it will be a beautiful, you know, addition to my vinyl collection. Y'all know I love vinyls in general. I love the sound on vinyl. I love how, you know, it gives a lot of warmth. I feel like if you are familiar with, you know, how songs, you know, sound, right? If you're familiar with, you know, kind of telling apart, you know, how things are, how is it different, right? Is the sound, you know, warmer to you? Does it sound warmer to your ears? Does it sound, you know, brighter? You know, does it have more bass into it? You know, or is there anything particular? You know, some instruments are, you know, put, you know, more forward, you know, or you know, some vocal kind of remasters, remixes have been done, right? So, and if you can tell, you know, that apart, between the digital, the CD, and the vinyl, then you'll know that on each of those versions, technically, it should be done, you know, separately, like the remaster or the mixing process on each version of the same song should be a little bit different, and that can, you know, honestly tell you whether the actual track, you know, is set, you know, and recorded and just produced and just sound engineered properly. But the beautiful showstopper of this live stream, y'all know, Map of the Soul 7 on single 7-inch vinyl. So this is the 7-inch one. So as you can see, this is a tiny vinyl. And I have no idea what is in it. I have seen there are a bunch of videos of people listening to the vinyl and kind of comparing, you know, the vinyl and the CD, and I've seen, you know, a couple of those videos as well, but no idea what is in it. As it is a 7-inch vinyl, usually in 7-inch vinyls there aren't any, you know, booklets or any, you know, anything like that, because they don't usually, you know, normally do it. Usually for the 12-inch vinyls, they do, you know, all the booklets and like posters with the lyrics and everything, and photo books even sometimes, you know. It will depend on a group. Y'all know, vinyl and K-pop, not a very common thing. There have been, you know, cases where people, you know, have done vinyls, right? Y'all know the story, how I wanted the IU vinyl that was limited edition in 500 copies that almost cost me $1,000. And I didn't get it, just so you know. But you know, there's that infamous story how I wanted the IU vinyl, the limited edition vinyl, and I never got it because someone was selling for it for $1,000, and I was like, no, I'm not buying it for $1,000. But let's cut it open. Let's see. I think that it's gonna be, you know, like the inlay of everything of the vinyl. I feel like it's gonna be, you know, same kind of story with a white and blue and similar to the CD. I feel like that's gonna be the thing, right? It's supposed to be, as it is a 7-inch vinyl. I don't expect any booklets or, you know, anything like that. Maybe we will get a QR code for Weaver's shop. I don't even know. I'm not very sure. But we shall see. Let me quickly open this. Y'all know, as a music collector, I have to be very careful with this to keep it, you know, in a most pristine condition as possible. And yeah. Is everyone ready for the next era of BTS? So B coming out November 20th. If you haven't pre-ordered it, definitely go and pre-order it. I have pre-ordered it just in case. So we're gonna do, you know, a video on B when that arrives. Who knows when that will happen. Regarding like this on vinyl specifically, I ordered it off Weebly. So I ordered it off Weebly or Weaver's shop now. At the time it was still Weebly, or Reply, however, you know, they're pronouncing it. I don't even know. So that was a very long time ago. So that was back in February. So, and it is now November 3rd, November 2nd. What day is it? It's November 3rd. Ooh yeah. And we are in. For my ASMR people, I got you. I see you. I got you. So yeah, I ordered it off of the official store. So ooh, we have some cardboard. Is there anything else? No, there's not anything. There's nothing else in it. So we got, you know, the cardboard, side A, side B. So side A is on, side B is on, featuring Sia. It's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh yeah. Oh, I loved how they changed it. Yeah, I knew. Let's be super careful, because y'all know with vinyl, gotta be very careful, extra careful. So as it is a 7-inch vinyl, we can, you know, hold it within the inlay and it will be fine. Whenever you're, you know, whenever you're carrying vinyl and everything, try not to hold it within like the actual, you know, vinyl part of it, because of all the grooves and everything, and we don't want to get the grooves all dirty, because that will affect on how well your vinyl plays. So we have the 7 on one inlay, and then we have the blue inlay on the other side, which is, you know, very on board of BTS, and I love it. It's beautiful, right? The 7 layers of 7, and like the, you know, traces of each 7 different versions. One thing that I don't like, or I don't see, one thing that I don't see on this is that it doesn't say at what speed it should be played. That is one thing. Yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah, so it doesn't say at which speed you should play, so you should check it. I'm not sure. I don't remember if it was written on the Weaver shop. I don't remember it. So let's put it back. Let me hold it with the paper. So 7 on one end with the white, with the a theme. I think that was version 1, right? Yeah, that was version 1. And then we have the blue inlay on the other side. Yeah, so it doesn't say at what speed it's playing, so that's something you should check. I don't remember particularly if it was mentioned on the Weaver shop, but fun thing that I noticed of this vinyl is that why it's like, my guess is right. So it took a long time. So I ordered it back in February. It was supposed to be shipped in March, May, I believe so. So it was shipped. It's supposed to be shipped on May, right? With all the lockdowns and everything and whatnot. Fine, you know, the shipping was postponed and everything. And then when they kind of reopened the shipping here, then this vinyl was in shipping soon state for 2.5 months. So that was that. I even contacted, you know, them at the Weaver store, you know, like customer service and everything, and it was like, have you like is this arriving? Like, can I expect this to arrive? You know, and you know, and they were super kind, you know, and they replied that they are actually shipping all the packages in order. So so if you are waiting for your vinyl to arrive, or any package that's from Weaver shop or everything, and you're seeing, you know, shipping soon, you know, at one of your packages or multiple packages or whichever, just know that it's gonna be a while until they actually ship the package, because I don't know in what kind of order they're going or how, but it's gonna be a long time. I'm telling you that now, so you know. So this vinyl actually was in the shipping soon kind of stage on your orders, you know, in the app, for about like 2.5 months, which is quite ridiculous. And then finally, you know, it shipped with the DHL Express, so you know, so they are using DHL Express now, especially for international shipping and everything. So that's DHL, as EMS does not ship, at least to most countries. And yeah, so that is something that you might expect. Also, something that I think why this took so long to be shipped and to just arrive in general is because if you are familiar, if you got the first batch of the on vinyl from the Weaver shop, y'all know from in the product description, the manufacturer of that vinyl, or this specific vinyl, was stated that the manufacturer was Czech Republic, so a company in Czech Republic. And now, after almost a year, 9 months ish, printed in USA. So I think that they switched manufacturers because I can see that one of the manufacturers and companies that are on the vinyl is the Orchard. And y'all know with the Dynamite promotions, with Life Goes On promotions, y'all know Orchard has been tweeting everything, right? And Orchard being, you know, kind of like this distribution company, right? Also took over the Map of the Soul 7 on single vinyl production initially, which is very, very interesting. I don't believe that Orchard has a printing company in Czech Republic. So so that is something to keep in mind. So definitely check if you have the on vinyl. I would be happy to know if you have also, if your vinyl also says printed in USA, or does it say printed in Czech Republic? Because if you got the first batch, technically it should say printed in Czech Republic. That is something that I found out and kind of like realized, and was like looking through it, and it was kind of like, whoa, was that one of the reasons, apart from, you know, lockdown and locking, you know, all postal services and everything, and express postal services and whatnot? And then I just like read it, printed in USA, and I'm like, this kind of light bulb kind of a moment. You know, I have, when it comes to, I don't know much about the Orchard. I don't know much about the distribution company, you know, that they sign with, you know, and that they're, you know, printing this off of. I don't remember, you know, any kind of major facts about it or whatnot. But I have another 7-inch vinyl, which is a beautiful piece in my collection, because that was also a limited edition vinyl that you can't buy anywhere. And that was, if you're familiar with Mythbusters, if you're familiar with the lovely Mr. Adam Savage from Mythbusters, he has a YouTube channel, Tested, or Adam Savage is Tested. So if you're familiar with a lot of nerdy things, a lot of cosplay things, build things, right? Movie props and everything like that. There was one episode on Tested's YouTube channel where Adam actually went to the vinyl printing factory in United States, which is owned and run by Jack White from White Stripes, and Adam recorded a song in that studio at the vinyl factory and everything, and they have this kind of pop-up booth where you can, you know, record a song and everything, and then they print initially on the spot, they print a vinyl for you of that recording. And Adam recorded a song, and Tested at the time. I don't know if they still do those subscription boxes and everything, but 1 year subscription for Tested, they added that Adam's recorded song on vinyl, and that one is from Jack White's vinyl factory initially, vinyl printing factory. So that's a very, very cool piece that I have in my vinyl collection and in my music collection, because you can't buy it anywhere. It wasn't for sale. It was a limited, you know, quantity, you know, how many people, you know, join the subscription at the time. So I don't even know how many vinyls in the end, you know, they printed. So I feel, you know, about, you know, maybe 1,000 or something. Maybe, you know, up to like 5,000, I believe. So I don't think that many people, you know, got it, because that subscription was, you know, very, very expensive. But, you know, I was like, I gotta splurge, I gotta have that, you know, piece in my collection, so I got it. So that was a while ago. That was like 4 years ago. I think so. So that is quite a while ago. Um, but yeah, regarding this, things you should know. If you ordered this on Weaver's shop back in February and you still haven't, you know, received it, just be patient. They are shipping, you know, any orders from Weaver's shop in order. I don't know in what kind of order, but it's some sort of an order. That is at least what the customer service told me. As this particular vinyl was in shipping soon stage for almost 2.5 months. So that is just something, you know, to keep in mind and to know. Another thing, with a 7-inch vinyl, please do not expect any booklets or anything like that. People usually don't. Any art, they rarely do any like booklets, you know, on 7-inch vinyls, because it is such a small vinyl. It is a single vinyl. It's not supposed to have, you know, any additions, you know, in there. So it's very, very simple. It's very, very clean looking. I really, really enjoy it. It's a beautiful addition, you know, to the collection and everything. Another thing, it doesn't state in what speed this should be played. At least it doesn't show, not on the packaging, not on the inlays. So check in. It might say on Weaver's shop, I don't know, but I don't think that it does say on Weaver's shop at what speed this should be played. I'm hoping, I really trust, you know, the boys, and I really trust, you know, bighit and their sound engineers and producers. I trust that this is mixed specifically for vinyl. As you know, as I stated, CD versions, digital versions, vinyl, all should be mixed and mastered differently for each specific kind of sound equipment. So I'm gonna trust, you know, them. I'll have to check and I'll have to listen, you know, and to compare, and I'll let you know if I manage to do it. Does it sound different? Because, you know, y'all know that story with Ed Sheeran vinyl. I love that album. I have, you know, the digital version of that album. You know, I have the vinyl version of that album. I think I've also heard the CD version of that album. And I did not plug the vinyl version of Divide from Ed Sheeran because it wasn't mastered properly. So yeah, so that is that. So be patient. I am very, very sure that all of our packages, you know, will arrive, because I still have like, I have like 5 packages from the Weaver shop still somewhere. I don't even know where. So we just, you know, have to be patient, you know, and everything. So hopefully, if you're waiting for this, I'm very, very hopeful that it will arrive, you know, to everybody, and that you'll be getting it very, very soon. But yeah. Oh, that was the main event. That was the main event. I hope everyone is doing well and that all is good and staying safe, and I hope that you have eaten well. I had dinner recently. I had a wonderful kimchi stew. And as it is, what time is it? What time is it? It is 7:30 almost here. So, I'm gonna be practicing soon. I'm gonna be, you know, getting ready and setting everything up for tomorrow's shooting and everything. And I'm shooting a couple of videos. So if you're a fan of Mamamoo, so please expect, you know, a couple of videos from Mamamoo. Also TXT. I'm super excited about the TXT comeback. I saw, you know, like the teasers and trailers and everything, and they looked phenomenal. And a couple of my friends, you know, that did follow, you know, in real time with the TXT comeback, they enjoyed it very, very much. So I'm very, very excited to see it and to hear it and to see, you know, what is what. And then of course we have, you know, the night version of Dynamite that we have to make a video on, and then we have half of the day version of Dynamite that we have to go through and talk music and everything. And then of course I want to, as I mentioned, I want to record, you know, the bass video for Dynamite with the virtual band that they did. So that is the edge. It's only Tuesday. Did you watch Run BTS today? I watched it. I loved that episode. They were so shy, so cute, so funny. And they were just ridiculous and just thriving gamers. I enjoyed every single bit of it, and they were having such a blast, right? And also the episode was sponsored by Fila. So everyone is decked out in Fila and just having a blast and enjoying it. It was so cool. Like them playing like League of Legends and everything. I don't know. I didn't quite get the second game that they were playing, like with the boxes and everything. I don't know what was the name of that game, but that looked quite weird but quite fun. And then of course, you know, the introductory games and like the karaoke and everything. They slayed the karaoke, of course. And who would have thought T1 being karaoke kings? It was super funny, super cute. I'll probably watch it again tonight later on, just to, you know, y'all know with the Run BTS editors or any BTS content editor, like their marks, like the editor kind of comments that they have, you have to watch, you know, the episode at least 2 or 3 times just to read all of those editor comments, right? Because they go by so fast, and like they're so funny. Like the editors at Run BTS or Bon Voyage or In the Soup or anything, or like the Bangtan bombs and everything, it's ridiculous. They're hilarious. Like they're super funny. I love them so much. And I'll probably watch it again because first of all, I love their outfits for today's episode. I love the Fila kind of streetwear and, you know, kind of active wear, and it's beautiful. It's great. You know, I checked, you know, some of the pieces from that collection that they were wearing, and there were quite a few pieces that I liked and that I enjoyed, you know, and maybe I might, you know, check out and I might maybe, you know, order it and everything. And of course, you know, T1, adorable, lovely, incredible. They're super funny, super shy. And I read somewhere, someone posted on Twitter that someone from T1 was an ARMY. I think that was the one with the blue hair. I think that was an ARMY. So that was super fun, right? And to, you know, just the overall kind of interaction, right? But between both, you know, T1 and BTS. So that was super cool. Yeah, wow, I've already rambled for 30 something minutes. But you know, I just wanted to update you on the vinyl and, you know, just let you know that it's, if you're expecting it, I assure you that it's gonna be there. And you know, any package that you might have ordered, you know, on the official store, I'm sure that it's gonna arrive. You know, it might take, you know, a little time, as I mentioned, right, that the vinyl wasn't, you know, shipping for 2.5 months, so yeah. And for international, you know, shipping and everything, of course, DHL Express was the company that delivered the vinyl to me. So you know, might be that. And yeah, I think that is it for today. I will practice a little bit. I will set up everything for tomorrow. Please do expect a new video or 2 tomorrow. And there's so much that we have to, you know, record and talk about, and you know, and talk about music and everything. And of course, you know, when the comeback arrives, y'all know the drill. After 24-ish something hours, there's gonna be, of course, the reaction. First listen to the album, and you know, dissecting, you know, everything, and just talking music, and of course, you know, a bunch of videos. I still wanted to, it's still kind of in my bucket list to record all tracks, bass covers for Map of the Soul 7, and maybe possibly Map of the Soul 7 The Journey as well, because I loved, you know, like the new songs that they added within that album as well. So that were super fun. And y'all know Your Eyes Tell was a killer track and everything, and it was ridiculous and it was beautiful, and I loved it very much. And probably my top tier favorite track from that Japanese album. But regarding like bucket lists and everything, yeah, like recording every single song from Map of the Soul 7, like the bass covers of them, you know, I did some, I did On, I did Filter, I did Boy With Love, the bangtan version, of course we did Dynamite, well, that's not on Map of the Soul 7, but you know, from Map of the Soul 7, what else did I record? Persona, Home, Boy With Love, On, Filter. So I recorded 5 songs out of 20. So in my bucket list, you know, I have to record, you know, the rest, and I really want to do that. Maybe we will do, you know, maybe like a 30 days of bass kind of situation, similar that I did on Instagram 2 times. I did 2 seasons of 30 days of bass on Instagram, and I played bass for 30 days straight and recorded a new bass cover on Instagram every day for a month. That was very fun, right? To learn the song on the day, to record it on the day, to edit, you know, everything, you know, and then post the actual video of it. That was super fun. Maybe that's something that you're interested in. Maybe we can do 30 days of bass BTS edition on YouTube. So that would be, you know, full songs, not only 1-minute snippets. So, and if there would be, you know, a song later on after you know, all of those songs, then, you know, we could always make a tutorial. Y'all know I have to record a bass video for No More Dream, the extended version, like the concert version with the bass, not with the bass, with the dance break, with the dance break, and I love that version. I mentioned that earlier as well. So I'm sure that I will record that video for those who are playing bass and, you know, that want to learn it, because it was super fun. I love that arrangement and that dance break. That was initially, you know, something that is not, you know, written down anywhere. That is something that I learned by ear. That is something that, you know, I thought it was it, because, you know, I listened to that song, like I listened to that dance break specifically and that version of No More Dream, whether that was the Map of the Soul 1 version, whether that was at the time, I don't, which concert was that? It was a tour. I think it was a tour. I think, where they played with a live band. I remember that. And I watched that first video where they had like the military jackets and everything, and like the dark outfits with the black jeans and everything. I watched that video, like the original, you know, No More Dream extended version. I watched that so many times until I memorized that dance break initially, and that is how I recorded it. But when it comes to like the main riff of No More Dream and everything, I feel like that is one of the most simple, kind of tabs wise, I feel like that is the most simple bass line from BTS. But what makes it difficult, right? It's easy like the tab wise and like the sheet music wise, it's super easy and everything. But what makes it difficult, what makes that bass line difficult is the tone and the precision of the tone, how you play it. Because I'm not sure what kind of bass they used for that recording, you know, back when they recorded like the original version of No More Dream, but it very much so sounds like a a fretless bass, or maybe an upright bass even that they recorded. Maybe it was a synthesized upright bass. Maybe it was a synthesized, fretless bass. There are many, many different ways. But for me, y'all know my bass baby. That's my bass baby. Those are my two other guitar babies, and that's my ukulele baby. And you can't see, but there's my bongo percussions there as well. And as for me as a bass player, I play a fretted bass, so just a normal fretted electric bass. Maybe one thing that might set it apart from a normal kind of standard bass is that it's a 5-string bass instead of a 4-string, which I chose to play instead of a 4-string because it gives you more options and more variety when it comes to playing, especially K-pop songs and like the radio tracks and just like pop music in general. It gives you range more and more kind of variety and tone and kind of just initial variety when it comes to playing and everything. So that is that, and yeah, it's very useful, especially if you're a bass player and if you're playing BTS songs or any Korean group songs, Korean artist songs. I feel like it's quite useful to have a 5-string bass, because a lot of times they play synthesized bass and it needs it needs that 5th string for those extra 5 notes that we get in the range, just for the sake of the tone and just so you can mimic more of that synth bass initially playing live. And it's just interesting, and I feel like tone wise I like it more. So that is that. Yeah, I think I'm rambling a little bit, but it's okay. So I do really want to, initially I do want to record all bass versions of Map of the Soul 7, the album. I've done 5 so far, but I've done quite a few BTS bass covers in general from various albums, various comebacks, various oldies but goodies, and hopefully if you would like it, I would be happy to do like the 30 days of bass BTS edition on YouTube instead of Instagram, and do like the full bass covers of full songs instead of the 1-minute version of it. So that is something. I'm throwing it out there. If you're interested, definitely let me know. Leave a like, comment down below so I know. Or just spam me somewhere on either social media or under any of the videos. I want to see 30 days of bass. Then I will know. So there's that. What else? I don't even know. I guess we've spoken about everything. I guess I've told everything. Yeah, I have a little bit more time. I'm kind of getting back into groove of just making songs and everything, and slowly, practicing more instruments and everything. Y'all can see I have quite a few instruments in this room. Not a lot, but I think I have quite a few. Since you can see I have my guitars, all here, right? So the ukulele, bass, acoustic, and that is the last one there. That one, that's a flamenco one. So another acoustic. Then I have here, you can't really see. I think that you can see it in the frame. Maybe you can. But here, over here, there's another case with my bongo percussions, which is the newest addition to my studio, and I enjoy it very much. So I love percussions. I sometimes play percussions just for the sake of it, whether that is for my productions, whether that is for the band. I don't really play percussions that often for the band, but I have done it sometimes, and it's pretty fun. So the latest addition is the bongo percussions. If you want to see a video on me playing bongos, let me know. And then And then of course, you know, I'm slowly expanding like the instrument collection that I have, and then of course I have my piano that you can't see, but it is here under my, you know, working station. So it's under there, so I can, you know, get the piano out and everything. If you've seen the Decalcomania live session, you can see that the piano is right under the desk, and I'm playing it under the desk initially. So that is that, and I'm slowly expanding, you know, like my music instrument, you know, collection, and I really want to get, you know, a kalimba, maybe like the wood one, or maybe like the acrylic one, you know, I feel like I've always been very, very intrigued by the acrylic kalimbas, and I've seen a bunch of, you know, song covers, you know, of kalimba, and a lot of, you know, whether that is BTS cover or any, you know, song there, but there are quite a few kalimba covers of BTS tracks, and a lot of them, you know, have, you know, like the tabs and like the tuning and everything in them, and hopefully maybe I will get a kalimba later this year, or maybe early next year, who will know. And that is something, you know, we should do. I also kind of want to do a series where, you know, as I have, you know, all of these instruments, you know, I mainly, you know, I started, you know, initially, if you don't know my story, you know, as a musician, initially when I started learning guitar, how many years ago? What, 15 years ago, something like that? Like 15 years ago, I started as a guitarist. So I started out as a guitarist, and then 4 years ago, yeah, four or 5 years, no, not 5 years ago, at least 3 or 4 years ago, I had to switch to a bass because my band at the time didn't have a bass player anymore. And my bandmates knew that I played guitar and everything, and they just handed me a bass initially. So they handed me a bass and said, you know, we have a show in 2 weeks and everything, and you have a 3-hour set that you have to learn on the bass. And at the time in the band, I was just a backup singer. Like, I didn't play any instruments. I was just singing backup, you know, and was, you know, a vocalist, you know, within the band and everything. And then all of a sudden, with this one major change, because our bass player left, and we had a pretty huge show to play, and a pretty long show to play initially, I had to learn all of these songs by ear, and I had 2 weeks. So that is how I became a bass player. And since then, I've been just, you know, bass is life initially. So, and I've been playing bass and everything, you know, I don't think I'm, you know, like the most amazing bass player, or you know, and everything. Like, I mean, I can play bass, right? I can play songs and everything, you know. There are a lot of things, you know, for me that I still lack, which is okay, you know. There's always time and place for improvement, and when it comes to, you know, any other instruments that you're learning, whether that is, you know, bass, guitar, right, electric guitar, acoustic, whether that is a ukulele, drums, right, any horn section, right, instruments, you know, like horns, flutes, you know, saxes and everything, piano, right, guitars, drums, anything you can think of. I feel like whether you play the instrument or not, I feel like if you don't play the instrument, it's always, there's always the right time to start learning, no matter how young or, you know, old, quote unquote old you are, right? And if you already play those instruments, you know, I mean, you've kind of put them, you know, aside, I feel like there's always time and place, and, you know, space in general, when you can, you know, kind of start, you know, playing again, and start learning and relearning, you know, again. You know, in this case, you know, piano is one of those cases for me, because when I was, you know, younger and everything, my best friend used to have piano at her house, and whenever, you know, I you know, came over to hang out and everything, I always played the piano there, and that is how I initially learned the piano. And then you know, when we, you know, started high school and everything, you know, she got rid of the piano and everything, and then sometimes I played piano at school, you know, I kind of, you know, had good relationship with kind of like the art director, you know, within like the school, and like the music teachers at the school and everything, and they, you know, allowed me to use their kind of grand piano at school, and I used to go and practice on weekends. On weekends, I used to go to school and practice piano. Um, so I did that, you know, a little bit, and then of course when I entered college and everything, I you know, did solo shows as a guitarist, and as, you know, as a kind of this acoustic singer songwriter kind of cafe bar kind of a musician. So played those kind of shows as well. I still, you know, ran the YouTube channel at the time as well, and I posted, you know, acoustic covers, acoustic live covers of songs, and it wasn't K-pop at the time. It was, you know, the radio hits that you heard at the time, and initially I started playing a lot of artists here in Latvia, so Latvian artists, Latvian pop artists, and, you know, and quite a few people that I knew within the industry here in Latvia. Started playing, you know, covers of their songs, and got, you know, a really good relationship, you know, with those musicians as well, and, you know, got invited to probably one of my biggest projects that I had as a backup singer, and which was a 2-day show, a 2-day kind of a MTV Unplugged kind of acoustic show there, and it was a beautiful, beautiful recording, beautiful concert and everything. It took us, I think, about 6 months of rehearsals to set, you know, those 2 days of shows, and it was beautiful, and it's actually recorded as well, and they came out, like the band came out with a live kind of acoustic album from those 2 concerts, which was really, really cool, and I really, really enjoyed that project very, very much so. And then later on, of course, you know, I finished the kind of acoustic singer-songwriter kind of jazz cafe, you know, bar kind of singer situation. I finished that 7 years ago. Finished that 7 years ago, and I started singing backup as I started singing backup vocals, and in the band that I am in now, which is a reggae band, and I love those guys very, very much. So they're really, really cool dudes, and we've gone through a lot of things with those guys, and we've recorded, you know, an album with the group as well, and we've recorded, you know, and released, you know, singles and everything, and like the last singles that we recorded and released, I was there stated as a backup singer and a bass player, and the album I was just a backup singer. So yeah, and that is that, and, you know, and then I started, you know, kind of revamped this channel once again, because I stopped, you know, recording, you know, like the acoustic covers and everything when I started, you know, being in the band and everything. And then I thought, you know, as I loved, you know, BTS, as I loved, you know, like the Korean music industry and this kind of entire story, right, with like the boy groups, girl groups, you know, like the phenomenon, you know, that idols are initially, right? And I got super, you know, interested in it, how things work in Korea and just Asia in general, because, you know, Korean music industry is completely different from the industry in Japan, and, you know, and you know, just the Western countries, and, you know, States and Australia and everything. Like, it's very, very interesting. How is it different? It's interesting what is popular within, you know, these Asian countries. It's very, very what is, you know, interesting, and what sets them apart, you know, and how these stories initially evolve within each group or within each artist. I find it very, very fascinating. So it's fascinating. So that is why I revamped this channel initially, and that is how I started, you know, doing like all the reaction videos, doing, you know, more bass covers, doing, you know, some covers, some English versions of songs as well, and I'm happy that a lot of you enjoy them. I'm happy that all of you and and people that find those videos, I'm happy that everyone is enjoying them and enjoying what I have to say, I guess. And I hope that you're learning with me, because I hope that all those videos are educational in some way and entertaining in some way for all of you, because the main reason why I do the reaction videos and everything and talk about music and talk about the instruments and everything and just appreciate the artist in general, because I feel like that music industry is changing how music works within the West and everywhere else, and it's setting grounds and it's setting new grounds how music is portrayed and received all over the world, within the industry, no matter whether that is Asia, Western countries, Australia, Europe, States, and everywhere else, and we can honestly see, how BTS, are changing the way, paving the way, I guess. And setting these new grounds within like the music industry, and there are many other artists that are doing the same thing as well, and I'm very, very curious, and I'm very interested to see how things are. But for you, when you're watching the videos that I create and like the reactions that I make, and and when I talk about music and everything, or whether I record a bass video or song arrangement or anything, I hope you get an idea, if you are also a creative human, creative person, if you play music and everything. I hope you can take away something and create your own beautiful arrangement of a song, whether that is from BTS or any other group that we have or artist that we have spoken about. And I hope it helps you to create your own beautiful version of that song. So that is initially why I revamped the channel, and why we are here now with a lot of you. Like there's almost 3,000 of you. In my opinion, that is a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot of you, and I'm very, very excited, and I'm very, very happy to talk to you all, and to share my thoughts. And I'm happy to read what you all have to think about a certain artist, a song, performance, version of a song or anything, or whether you've learned something, whether it's just pure enjoyment to see the video and just getting you into your happy place, I guess, especially in the times like this right now. And I've blabbed for almost an hour, so I will leave you to that. I hope that all of you are well, you're staying safe, staying healthy, eating well. Eat all your meals, please do. Wear a mask. Remember to wash your hands. If you're in states, I hope that you voted. And I will leave you off with that. As I usually say, always remember to be good, be kind, rock and roll. And I will see you all very, very soon with a new video. Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.